Hey, friend, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, you're not in a hoodie.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen you well, on the red carpet, you rock it.
Yes.
You look good. You look good. And I
you.
love seeing you walk out together, Gia, holding hands. I know it's been a road.
Yes, it has been.
What made you, I have the book in my hand, Real Life, Real Love. You look like an impenetrable force together. But we know what we're going to talk about in a second was hard. What made you decide to write this book with me?
The truth is that we've been together for 27 years. And throughout that time, we've had very high highs and very low lows. And at this point, we've reached a point in time where people are constantly asking us, how? How did you keep it together from children, essentially, to adults with 6 children? How did you reinforce that glue? So we decided to put it all in a book.
Envy, I was on your show not long ago with the team, and one of the things that's made you so successful is that you do keep it real. You ask tough questions, and you're ready to take the tough questions.
Absolutely.
When you were writing this book, were you fully and wholly ready to reveal this painful thing of this infidelity? Because it's one thing to say, okay, we're going to do it. It's another to start putting pen to pad and having to relive it.
Well, we had to relive it, not only that, through a pandemic.
Yeah.
So there was no...
So you were trapped in the house reliving it.
We were trapped in the house. But you know what? It was therapeutic. We got to talk about things that we might have missed, that we didn't talk about before. And it was a way to just help other couples, you know, because couples always come up to us and say, well, how did you forgive? How did you speak? How did you talk? And it was a way to break it down and talk through everything, not just the infidelity, but through everything in our relationship, because I was insecure.
And you talk about in the book, in fact, in a very transparent part of the book you wrote, I was insecure and controlling because I was constantly terrified of losing Gia. You're terrified of losing her, and yet you make a decision that could have cost you this marriage.
That almost ensured it.
It almost, she said it, I'm just here for the yes.
No, absolutely. I mean, I tell everybody, when we met, I was 16, she was 15, right? So she was my everything, and I always thought I wasn't worthy for her. I always thought that she was gonna find somebody else, somebody more handsome, somebody smarter. So I would do things for my insecurity to make sure she was always home with me.
How did you meet?
High school. Yeah. And she was running track, and she was running back and forth in a little skimpy outfit, and we connected, and I was DJ Shrimp. I was 5'4", I had glasses, braces, acne. I wasn't the suave guy, so she was my everything. And
that doesn't look like the guy you just described.
I grew.
Okay, you blossomed.
I grew a little bit.
You both did.
I got LASIK vision and braces.
But over time, you grow together, and you decide to get married. Did you see him, with the rise of his fame, become less insecure, or was it still there?
No. He became more secure outside of the house, but just as insecure within the house.
So there were two versions.
He had a dual personality. You know, he was DJ Envy once he walked out the door, and with DJ Envy came a persona, a bravado, an ego.
Right.
But he didn't bring that back home. When he came home, he was still Rashawn, but he went through a phase where that was the catalyst for him to start making a lot of bad decisions that was detrimental to our marriage.
Coming out, one of the bad decisions, according to Gia, was revealing his infidelity on his radio show. More after the break. This is a funny story. I was once engaged to a man, and we went on vacation together, and we parasailed. And we were out in the ocean in Cozumel or somewhere. This was many years ago. And the parasail snapped. I can't swim. I flew into the ocean. He was still on the boat. I called off the wedding.
Absolutely.
And that's a true story.
No, as you should.
The guy on the boat who didn't even speak English was like swimming toward me.
He was on the boat chilling?
He didn't move. Welcome back. That was a clip of my appearance on The Breakfast Club last month with DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, and Angela Yee. It went viral. Like 2 million views of people fascinated by my lone little love story. And when I learned that you were coming on the show, I said, why did that resonate? And I think, Envy, it's because people wonder what's a deal breaker. You know, it was a deal breaker for me, and I don't care about the people in the comment sections who said otherwise, but it was at that time for me, like, are you gonna put your life on the line for me? Because I wanna put my life on the line for you, and that's what marriage is, right?
Absolutely.
It's you putting your life in the hands of each other.
Absolutely.
So, Gia, when in the book, you talk about being married 11 years and you found out about the infidelity, and Envy apologized on the radio. You said, he now made our personal business a talking point on the blogs and social media. Perhaps unknowingly, Rashawn had now put me in a position where I had to deal with the complications within our marriage and the public's perception of it.
Yes.
I actually cried when I read that.
Really?
I did, because, you know, listen, a lot comes with being in the public eye. I'm blessed to have people pack the audience to see me, but, you know, there are things that happen behind the scenes that I probably don't want to share. He made the choice for y'all to share it.
He did. And it wasn't a wise decision, because at the time I was a very private person. You couldn't find a picture of me on the internet. And at that point, everybody knew me. Yeah.
What possessed you to do it that way, to apologize?
You know, during that time, I was really messed up. I couldn't do my radio show. I couldn't do work. I was laying down under the cabinet. I was really messed up. All I could think about is, here is somebody I say I love, that I want, and then I crushed and ruined everything. And coming to work, my coworkers knew that. So they, you know, Charlamagne was like, well, you embarrassed her in public. Maybe you should just apologize. Because Gia wasn't listening to anything. She wasn't talking to me. She wasn't speaking to me. She was done. She was through. So it was kind of like the last ditch effort and say, let me try this. And I called her on air and I apologized to her on air. And I didn't know at the time I was emotional. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how it was going to affect her, us, our family, and none of that. So I just did it as a last-ditch effort, like, you know, baby, please listen. And
Because that works in the movies, but not in real life.
It does. It does work in the movies. But I will say, Tyrese heard it. He happened to be in New York that day, and I didn't know Tyrese. We didn't have a good relationship, and he called me and was like, "I heard what you were going through, and I want to help." And he called and was like, "You know what? This is gonna sound crazy, but God spoke to me this morning and said I need to help you guys." And I didn't know Tyrese from anything. Me and Tyrese never he didn't have a record to play. He didn't have anything.
So no agenda. He just felt this connection to helping you.
Absolutely.
What was the breakthrough moment? I know in the book, people can read it. There were many, many things.
Yes.
But Gia, what do you see as the breakthrough moment? Because I tell people all the time when they say, oh, if so-and-so cheated on me, I would leave her, I would leave him. It is easy to say, but when you have many years invested, not just the kids, invested in each other, and you believe in each other, you want to, through therapy, through talking, heal it if it can be fixed. What was that for you? What was that?
I didn't want to.
You did not?
No. I was raised by a very strong mother and a very strong father, but I always knew that cheating was my deal breaker. And what saved our marriage was a moment while I was sitting there with Tyrese, after I had prayed and asked God for a sign, saying, so many people are coming to me with your message. I'm not that spiritual. I'm not that familiar with you. I don't understand. I need a sign for myself. When Rashid came and he said that God spoke to him and he explained to me what that was and the words that he used. And then when I was sitting in front of Tyrese and I said, you don't know Rashawn, you don't know me. You don't even know if this relationship was worth saving. But you put yourself out of the way. You're supposed to be at a wedding right now, but you're here at dinner with us, trying to counsel and be therapeutic to people that you don't even know. Why? And when his words matched Rashid's words, it was so strong and powerful in that moment. I put my hands up and I began to tear, and I'm not a big crier. And I said, okay, God, thank you. I understand. And I turned to him, and this is months in the making, okay? I turned to him and I said, I forgive you. I don't know what that looks like. Because before that, I wasn't the most forgiving person, very black and white, not very gray. And I said, I will work on this, whatever God has intended for us. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how it's going to go, but I will work on it until. And that's when I made that decision.
And how long has the rebuilding period been for you all?
It's been...
That happened about 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago.
And just for perspective, when I found out about it, it was already about 2.5 years old.
Right.
So he had already course-corrected himself. He had already decided it was
but
a
when
bad
you learn,
decision.
it's like starting all over again.
It didn't
'cause there's
matter.
so
It could
many.
have happened yesterday
Yeah.
because those feelings were
Yeah.
fresh and raw.
I'm curious too, because you have kids ranging in age from 6 months to 20. I'm sure they were aware of some. Well, that's one of your kids right
Yes,
there.
my
This is
boo.
their oldest, Madison.
Hey, hi, pretty girl.
This is your oldest child,
Yes.
Madison. You know, you're an adult now, so you are entitled to hear adult conversations. I know that you're so proud of your parents for the work that they've put into making sure the family healed together. What was it like for you? Because it's 10 years ago, but you're still a young adult at that time, and now you're 20. You fully know what infidelity means and what it can do to a family. How do you process them rebuilding?
Well, I'm so proud of them because they have put so much time and commitment and effort into rebuilding their relationship. When this happened, I was like 10. So I didn't really completely understand what was going on at the time. All I knew was that mommy and daddy were arguing. And I couldn't really understand what was happening. But now that I'm 20 and we're very open as a family, so it's not like taboo in our house. Like we speak about everything.
Wow.
So I just see how much love goes into their relationship, and that just shows how strong, how powerful that is for them.
It's my baby.
It's your baby.
This is my best friend right here. We have a great relationship in our family. We're very open. I can talk to her about boys she's dating and if things that she's feeling, and I can say, well, this is wrong. This is why he's doing this. And she can come to me for advice. And the best thing about the book is to find the real definition of what love is, right? We always can say, I love you, or you're in a relationship, I love you, but do we really know what that means? Do we really define that? And when you truly get that definition, you say, if I really love this person, I don't want to hurt them.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep secrets. I don't want to dishonor
control them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're at that point now. Our relationship is 10 times better.
Oh, listen, it's a phenomenal family. Envy, thank you so
Thank you for having
much.
us.
Gia, thank you. The book, again, Real Life, Real Love, Life Lessons on Joy, Pain, and the Magic That Holds Us Together. It is available now. And guess what? The audience, you're all going home with your very own copy of this phenomenal book about family and persevering and understanding love. I'm so proud of you both. Oh, my God.